Everyone loves Snapchat because nothing stays there forever. But is that really true? Do all your secrets truly stay hidden on Snapchat? An idea that started off in a dorm room became a billion-dollar business that completely changed the way people consume content. But how did Snapchat go from a shady app that people used to share inappropriate photos to one of the most successful social media platforms in the world? And what does Taco Bell have to do with anything? This is the story of Snapchat. Like most great ideas, Snapchat came into existence after a lot of trial and error. It originally started off as an app called Peekaboo all the way back in 2011. Peekaboo was the brainchild of Stanford students Evan Spiegel and Bobby Murphy and Reggie Brown, who wanted to build an app to send photos to their friends. The only catch was that these photos would disappear forever after a few seconds. The app was a decent success, but there was one problem. People could take screenshots of the photos, rendering the whole idea useless. So the creators decided to introduce a feature where users would get notified if someone took a screenshot of their photo message, and that's when the app started to blow up. Peekaboo was renamed Snapchat in 2012, and that was the beginning of a story for the ages. Snapchat then made its way over to Android, which is where the user base for the app grew immensely. The creators then decided to introduce the video feature, which was its next big milestone. By October 2012, 20 million snaps were being shared on the app every single day, and by the end of the year, the number had grown to 50 million. Now, what made Snapchat such a huge success overnight was the fact that the app allowed people to be real and live in the moment. According to the creators of the app themselves, the idea behind Snapchat was for people to capture real moments without having to conform to any beauty standards. That idea, combined with the app's seamless user experience, made Snapchat stand out in the crowd. In 2013, the app received $13.5 million in Series A funding, which helped the app expand. That was also when Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg realized the potential that Snapchat held and made an offer for $3 billion to acquire the platform. And while people criticized the founders for not agreeing to the deal, it was ultimately the right choice, since Snapchat is now way over just $3 billion. In June of 2013, almost 2 years after its launch, Snapchat picked up $80 million in Series B funding, and the company was valued at $800 million. But all wasn't smooth sailing. Just because Snapchat had its fair share of trial and error before the app took over millions of phone screens all over the world, while Snapchat dominated the market because of its low censorship, short-form and temporary content strategy, the platform was hacked in 2013 by a group of anonymous hackers who leaked the personal information of over 4.6 million users. This also led to a huge conversation about whether or not the content that disappeared on Snapchat was actually ever deleted from the internet cloud. The company claimed that it regularly deleted all data on all users every 31 days, but the US Federal Trade Commission made a decision to monitor all company operations for the next 20 years, shaking people's trust in the app. 2014 was a monumental year for Snapchat because that's when the world was introduced to the concept of stories that we know very well today. So while every platform including Instagram and Facebook now has stories, Snapchat was actually the pioneer. The same year, Snapchat made a big move and moved into the fintech market with Snapcash, a feature that helped users send and receive cash within the app. And while Snapcash was rather unexpected to come out of the social media app, it was the right move at that point. But why? Well, it targeted a brand new market within the financial realm, the market of content creators. This feature also facilitated purchases on Snapchat, where people could buy or even generate their own geo-filters, which only added to the experience. So with Snapcash, geo-filters, and the ability to send disappearing photos, Snapchat was taking over the world. But what does Taco Bell have to do with any of it? Taco Bell has a presence in Snapchat as early as 2013, but their marketing strategy helped them gain momentum in February of 2015 when Taco Bell came out with their Valentine's Day Snapchat campaign. They used Snapchat as a platform where they could connect customers in real time, posting new items on the menu, using the draw feature to engage their customers with fun games, and even introducing the idea of quizzes and polls. What's more is, in that summer of 2015, Taco Bell even used Snapchat to recruit social media interns by asking people to snap them a video, talking about why they should be hired. Not only did all of this help Taco Bell revamp its brand for the new generation, but it also worked as a symbiotic relationship for Snapchat, with hundreds of thousands of Taco Bell customers joining the platform to stay updated. Soon, all the other tech and social media platforms started copying Snapchat's features. Stories were copied by Facebook and Instagram, disappearing pictures as well. By 2018, there was just so many more people using Instagram and Instagram stories than Snapchat users. At some estimates, there was 5 times more users on Instagram than Snapchat. Obviously, this was a big challenge for the Snapchat founders. After that, they tried to focus more on content rather than the features, which had clearly started doing better on other platforms. So the company collaborated with platforms like Cosmo, People, and BuzzFeed, and even went as far as to launch original content called Snap Originals. While all of these were great ideas, the momentum just wasn't there anymore. In 2016, the CEO decided to take a new route, and Snapchat rebranded itself into Snap Inc. and launched another company under the umbrella called Spectacles, which helped users record 360-degree snaps straight from their glasses. A year later, the company went public on the New York Stock Exchange, with the first day market cap going up to $34 billion. So what does the future hold for Snapchat? After the pandemic, Snapchat's revenue is expected to grow by 51% in the next 5 years, with a current market cap of $16.26 billion. But Snapchat has some pretty bold plans for the future. With in-app games and the introduction of their premium subscription service, Snapchat Plus, the platform's stock might be cheap this year, but analysts expect it to bounce back and grow in revenue by at least 25%. But how will it do that? Well, Snapchat is currently not experimenting with just content, but they're also experimenting with things like in-app shopping in collaboration with Amazon and integrating AR into the whole process. And speaking of AR, that's the biggest feature that Snapchat is doubling down on nowadays. Why? Because the platform invested in it before anyone else did, and that's their first mover advantage for the next 10 years. The platform has also taken a chapter out of online games and introduced a Snap currency that can be used while playing the Snap games that are called Snap tokens. This provides Snapchat the ability to monetize its games and turn into a super mobile gaming app, and eventually expand it into other features. With over 700 million users on the platform, Snapchat still has time to turn things around. All they need is to stay pioneers and come up with the next innovative feature. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to Crude Docs and let us know what topics you want us to do a deep dive in next. We'll be talking about money, power, tech, and crypto in this channel. And speaking of social media, why did Mark Zuckerberg change Facebook's name to Meta? Click on the next video to find out.